Today we're going to talk about habits. Habits, good habits and bad habits. It's said around 70% of our daily awake time is spent on habits, things that we do normally without thinking that much about them. So today what we're going to try to do is replace some bad habits with good habits. So it's very easy for anyone to look at their life and say, I have a bad habit here, a bad habit there, but getting rid of that habit isn't necessarily the easiest thing. So today I'm going to focus on myself and trying to get rid of a habit that I picked up over the last year or two, which is basically a bad habit of eating late at night. I get home early in the morning around 3 o'clock and I've been eating at 3 o'clock in the morning. No apparent reason, more out of boredom than anything else. And what I'm going to do is use that time to do something productive and stop eating. So why is it a bad habit? One, it probably is causing some indigestion as I'm going to bed, and sometimes I'm eating a lot. I've gained a lot of weight since I picked up this habit. So there's that. Then there's also the lost productivity. Instead of using that time productively, I've just been eating. So I'm going to replace the bad habit of eating late at night at 3 in the morning and replacing it with trying to be creative, being productive. So let's think of what we need to do in order to make this happen. One, I'm going to schedule it. I'm going to schedule time in the studio at this time every day after work. I'm going to go to the studio and try to create. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing each of the days that's on the schedule, and that's something that I'm going to have to figure out along the way. But I'm going to think of something to do in the studio every time at 3 o'clock instead of eating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to think of some KPIs, some key performance indicators to see if this is successful or not. There is the possibility that eating late at night is somehow making me more creative, making me more productive. I don't think that's likely, but it's always good to have some sort of measuring stick to go on. So what I'm going to do is have some KPIs. One of those KPIs is weight. I'm going to see if I lose any weight. Obviously losing weight isn't the end all be all of health, but in this particular form, we're going to look at the weight and generally how I'm feeling. So, and as far as productivity is concerned, what I'm going to do is try to look at the quality and quantity of videos that I'm creating on a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis. So right now I'm averaging pretty much 5 videos a week. So we'll see if that improves. My weight is probably around 215 at the moment. I'll check that out as well tonight when I get home. And now I'm not starving myself or anything like that. I eat plenty during the day. Like I said, I've gained plenty of weight. I would like to lose a few pounds to be sure, but that's what I'm looking at right now. So as far as the quality of the videos is concerned, the quantity is very easy to measure. How many videos, how many minutes of videos did I create? Probably not that important. The KPI, probably looking at an indirect measure, probably be looking at YouTube's indicators of how much people are enjoying the videos. And I'll just look at the new videos and I'll compare them to the old videos and look at maybe a similar time frame. Now, of course, if things go really well with that doesn't mean that this is successful necessarily, but it also doesn't mean that it isn't. Just some indicators to see if things are moving in the right direction. Now, what do I anticipate? I anticipate this habit changing to be pretty quickly done. The habit of creating at night to be accepted by me fairly quickly. Now, they say certain things might take months, might take years for certain things to become a good habit. But breaking a bad habit with creating a good habit, I think it's going to have a positive effect. It's going to make it much more easy to do it. Because I know that when I just try to break a habit, it's easy to kind of fixate on it and think, okay, you're just thinking of the bad habit instead of thinking of having something else to think about. So this will give me something else to think about and hopefully replace the bad habit. But that being said, we'll see. We're giving it initially a couple of weeks to a month. We'll see how the results are going. I think 2 weeks is a fair amount of time to feel as if things are changing, feel if things have changed. But as far as looking at KPIs, it's probably going to take at least a month to get some decent numbers, decent indications as to like productivity, weight loss, things like that. So that's the plan. And I hope you can come along with me for the ride. Why don't you look at your day, look at maybe some habits that you have that you want to change, and think about how you'd like to replace it. It doesn't have to be weight loss or anything like that. It doesn't have to be anything like that. Just think of a bad habit you have. Maybe you come home at night and you just lay down and you watch TV until you fall asleep. Maybe you can use that time a little bit better. There's nothing wrong if you're tired and you need to go to sleep, and that's normally what you do. It's probably not such a terrible habit. That being said, you could improve upon it. Perhaps instead of just laying down and passing out, maybe you go in, you prepare yourself for bed. You go in, take not a warm shower, just a lukewarm shower to ease some of the tension, maybe meditate for a moment, and put yourself in a good sleep environment where the humidity is 55 and temperature is 70, and you make sure all your bed sheets are clean, of course, and see if that changes. See if just laying down and passing out, if maybe your sleep quality improves. Maybe the amount of time you need to sleep goes down. Maybe it goes up. Let's see if it improves. So there's a lot of things you can do, a lot of habits that you can put in. Maybe if sleeping isn't the issue, maybe you just sit down and watch TV. Maybe replace that with working out. Spend that time working out. Maybe you spend that time doing your child's homework with them. There's a lot of things you can do in life to better yourself. Some habits. Think of the habits that you think would benefit you in your life, and think about what you do in your life presently that you'd like to change, what bad habits you have. Now, if we can replace all of those things, which is probably not possible, but if we can replace a lot of those things, we're getting to the point where that 70% is working for us instead of against us. The 70% of our activity, which is habitual, becomes positive instead of negative. It's easy to fall into that negative of, I used to have a wonderful habit of working out every single day at a certain time, but life happened and I wasn't able to work out at that time. I didn't find a good habit to replace it, and I wound up not working out, and I stopped working out altogether for a while, just getting back into the habit of it. But that will be for another challenge. I thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, please feel free to comment. See you later. Bye.